never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? It's me, it's Key. We're back. We're in the building with another 7,200 second podcast. I got my guy, Coach Donte, is in the building. What's going on, Coach?
What's going on, family? 7,200 seconds. No, it's a weird day. Y'all used to seeing it Tuesday, but me and Key is back. We on Monday, man, and we got some NFL talk. Just hope it ain't the Houston Texans, so let's get on.
I mean, we got a lot of NFL talk, but we might get into some NBA, but you never know how we do on here. But man, Mondays and it was something I had to say, but I lost my train of thought just that quick. We might be invaded by some guests, but you never know how that come around. But we do have some breaking news. We got Roquan Smith being traded to the Baltimore Ravens. Donte, did you see this coming?
No, I see a trade for Roquan Smith coming, but I just didn't know where. And Baltimore is a perfect fit for Roquan Smith. Man, him and Patrick Queen, my God. And you know what? I got to give credit to Dunn because he said something like this a week ago. Roquan Smith be perfect in Baltimore onside of Patrick Queen. Man, bro, that's a dynamic duo right there. Hey, Mama Michelle, how you doing? So man, that's a perfect fit for what Baltimore want to do. Gives them a leader at that linebacker spot, a captain at that linebacker spot, a guy that can rack up tackles. And Roquan Smith, people don't know, because the Bears sucked so bad, he was the leading tackler last year, 180 some tackles, damn near 200 tackles. So this is a perfect fit in this Baltimore's defense.
Patrick Queen, they getting a Jobo back sometime. I don't know. I think they get him back the rest of sometime this season. He'll come back. Already got Kyle Hamilton, JPP's over there. Oh boy. Can Baltimore stop the second half blunders on their team, in these games? They can definitely with adding Roquan Smith, and they giving the Bears a second and a fifth rounder for him. So it's clear to see that the Bears are definitely rebounding. They are rebounding. Don't know how many more wins they'll get this year, but they rebound. And we went over me and Brett went over that this morning. How many games you think they might win? And I think they beat the Lions twice. That's all they getting. That's it. Because it's like it's Green Bay, it's the Vikings, it's Philly. No, they get maybe 2 wins, both beating the Lions. And speaking of some Lions news, we got Lions fire their defensive back coach. They on a 5-game losing streak. So yeah, did you think some firings is gonna happen over there with the trade?
Nah, if it's anything that I thought that was gonna fire, I thought they was gonna fire their probably their head coach Dan Campbell. But it's extremely something if a defensive coach get fired, extremely something dropped off with that defense. I thought the Lions was gonna be more competitive than I thought they were after the shutout against the New England Patriots. And ever since the one win that they had, man, like I say, it ain't been right then. The Commanders, all they seem to do is get hot with Taylor Heineke in the lineup. That's the only team they beat. They played you guys well. They got shut out in Foxborough, but like I say, everything has not broke right. Swift has been hurt. The defense has been non-existent. Jeff Okudah had some bright spots, but I mean, like I say, hey man, this team is going to turn into a dumpster fire throughout the season. Like I said, I think the Bears will beat them twice. I think I think the Minnesota Vikings, I think they already played Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. I think they'll beat them again.
So it's the Dolphins, the Lions.
Loss.
So Dolphins, Lions,
Loss.
Atlanta,
Loss.
the Jets.
Loss.
They play Green Bay.
Loss.
The Eagles.
Loss.
Bills.
Loss.
Lions.
This the Bears or the Lions?
The Bears.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Lions. I thought we were talking about the Lions.
You know what? My bad. Hold on.
I thought we were talking about the Lions. Now
Okay,
the Bears.
Right, so
now the Bears gonna lose to the Buffalo Bills and you guys. They're definitely losing that game. Now y'all.
They got the Packers, the Bills, the Bears.
Loss.
The Giants.
Loss.
Bills again.
Loss.
They got the Bills. They got the Jags.
I
don't know. That might be a good game.
I give them a win.
The Vikings.
Loss.
The Jets.
Loss.
The Panthers.
Loss. Depends on what happened to DJ Moore.
No, DJ Moore is going to be started for the rest of the season.
Oh, loss. That's a loss.
Yeah. They got the Bears, and then they got the Packers last game.
Loss. They're gonna be a dumpster fire.
So you mean to tell me Lions only gonna have one win this year?
Yeah, out of that segment, I can see them beating the Jazz, but then again, they can lose all the rest of those games. And Dan Campbell will be fired after the season. Dan Campbell will be fired after the season.
It just seems like their season was headed. It was trending up. Why are they going backwards?
Man, they just don't have the talent on that team, man. They just don't have the talent on that team. Jared Goff just ain't the quarterback that they need. They just don't have the talent, man. They just don't have the talent.
They had such promise because DeAndre Swift is a great running back. You got Amon St. Brown over there. Aiden Hutchinson, where is he at? We about to pull out the Finding Nemo reference. Where's Aiden Hutchinson at? Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him since the 2-sack game that he had supposed to have against the Commanders, I believe.
So he is non-existent, and Rashad Bateman is out with a foot injury for a couple of weeks. So will this hurt Baltimore offensively? Yes,
and it hurts me because he on my fantasy team. Yeah, it hurts Baltimore, but it hurts me because he on my fantasy team. But again, you got Isaiah Likely, you got that running game stepping up too, man. You got Lamar Jackson. You can win. They still can win. Devin Duvernay has been playing well for Baltimore, so yeah, they still can win football games.
And Andy Reid just said Kadarius Toney is healthy, so we definitely might see him this week get some action with Kansas City.
Newsflash, Andy Reid, he's been healthy. He just didn't want to play for the Giants.
That's definitely facts. And we're gonna do some overreactions and reactions. Overreaction reactions and over under for tonight's.
I got a feeling a certain team is in now. I need to say the team.
We're gonna do over under for tonight's
okay
preview. I mean for tonight's Monday Night Football. But let's recap yesterday's games.
All right.
Yesterday's games was crazy. As always, this whole NFL has been crazy. We on week 8 so far. We all know the Ravens knocked off the Buccaneers Thursday night. Let's get about the first game. Of course, it's the Eagles versus the Steelers, 35-13. And Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown was just pooping all over the secondary for the Steelers to the point where they made this man have a drug test when he came to practice today. AJ Brown had to take a drug test, y'all, because he was dominating the Steelers defense. They had this man get a drug test. But Jalen Hurts throws 4 touchdown passes, his career high, 3 to AJ Brown, 1 to Zach Pascal and Miles Sanders with all a rushing touchdown. This Eagles defense got Kenny Pickett 6 times. Did you think it was going to be a slaughtering like it was?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I just didn't think. I knew it. I just didn't like the Steelers offense. The Steelers offense just ain't as good. The running game, Najee Harris, just ain't as good. The receiving core, my favorite guy, Finding Nemo, just ain't as good like he was in his rookie year. Now, George Pickens, I like George Pickens a lot. He's been really good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. when your offense is not scoring, it just really doesn't help your defense out. But yeah, I knew this was gonna be a foot up the behind really, really quickly, and that's what the way it turned.
Well, we got a short week this week too, so they probably would want to get a practice in because we played Houston Texans on Thursday, so I don't think they would want to go 2 days of practice, so they probably will practice today. Um, this Eagles defense, 6 sacks on Kenny Pickett, interception. CJ Anderson, CJ Gardner Johnson, man, with 4 sacks on the year. Did you think this Eagles defense was going to be legit? And they just added Robert Quinn today to the team.
Yeah, I think they're legit. I think they're legit defense. No doubt about that. They're
All
legit.
right. Then we had the London game. That was the Denver Broncos going up against Jaguars. Denver did pull out that win. They definitely needed that win, 21-17. Nathaniel Hackett is a coach yet again. He's still on the hot seat, but his job is saved for a little bit while longer. You still think he's on the hot seat?
Yep. And at the end of the season, it just depends on the performance of the team. If they can build off this victory that they had against Jacksonville, yes, I think they can show some signs of getting it together. I mean, they got a team. They got the defense. They got the offensive weapons. It's just like I say, Russell Wilson ain't playing at his best, and Nathaniel Hackett's just not a head coach. He may be more of the coordinator than the head coach. So yes, I believe can they show some signs of straightening everything up? Yep, they got the team, but right now it look like they're going to be an inconsistent football team throughout the season, and I think that will end up getting Nathaniel Hackett fired as a head coach after the season.
I don't see Mike Tomlin getting booted. Damien, this is his first losing season in 15 years. So you honestly think they're going to get rid of him? No, I do not. What's going on, Chad? What did he say? He said the Ravens. Yep, getting Roquan Smith. Russell Wilson was 18 of 30, 252 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He was sacked 3 times. Then the run game, not too much. We got Latavius Murray and Gordon. But then on the Jaguar side of the ball, they had a chance to actually win, and Trevor Lawrence stunk it up as usual with an interception. And there's a game. Where does the Jags go from here?
The Jags, where do they go from here? No playoffs. They go to the draft just like the Houston Texans go to the draft. That's all it is. But like I say, Christian Kirk, they did add Christian Kirk. They traded James Robinson away. ETN is doing amazing. Travis Etienne is an amazing running back, man. Over 150 yards this week in London. They got a very solid team. I think they got the coach for the future. But I just don't believe they'll be enough to beat the Titans or to beat the Indianapolis Colts, even though the Indianapolis Colts did lose to the Commanders. Anytime they lose, I'm very happy. Anytime they get beat down. But they got a good, exciting team. I think give them a couple of more years, the more draft picks they add in, and they're going to be tough to beat. Them Jaguars is coming really, really soon. They're coming really, really soon. So I just think it's not their year this year.
Travis Etienne was a monster yesterday. 24 carries, 156 yards, and a touchdown. Evan Ingram, actually catching some balls, caught a touchdown, 4 receptions, 55 yards. Christian Kirk got Zay Jones involved. They got the right man for the job in Doug Peterson, to teach them up. He's the quarterback's coach. I think Trevor Lawrence will be fine. That defense is still young. Not sure if they're gonna get rid of Josh Allen or not, but he's on it. You never know. The trading deadline is approaching, so you never know. He might be another guy that's moved. And then if that's the case,
it all depends on Trevor Lawrence. What could he do? Could he take this team? It all depends on Trevor Lawrence. It all depends on Trevor Lawrence. Can he improve each and every year? But he had a way terrible year last year. He's having an inconsistent year this year. It all depends on his growth. A lot of this is going to depend on his growth, whether this team can get in the playoffs or not.
And this game right here was crazy, but it ended up going the Falcons' way, 37-34 over the Panthers. Now, the Panthers had a chance to win this game in regulation, but DJ Moore boneheaded self, took off his helmet, and that knocked on 15 yards to an extra point that was like a field goal, but the kicker got to make that 40-yard extra point. He misses. They go into overtime. Young Hoku gets the game-winning field goal, and Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons are number one in that AFC South at 4-4. It was Mariota's birthday yesterday, so he got a good birthday present. 20 of 28, 253, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Hundley was running 91 yards. Algier had a touchdown. Kyle Pitts finally showed up. He had a touchdown. Um, DJ Moore, he played great. Not PJ Moore. DJ Moore had himself a game as well. That game wouldn't drive, but again, that boneheaded move. What do you think about the Falcons?
The Falcons, man, I thought, like I said, we did our predictions earlier. I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. But you just got to give credit to Marcus Mariota and how well the team playing. You just got to give credit to them, man, how good they be competitive. Not to say Tampa Bay still can't win this division. I believe they're at 3-5, right? Tampa Bay's at 3-5, I believe. Go ahead.
If Carolina would have won, they would have been first place yesterday.
So is every team 3-5 in the division?
Yep, except for hold on.
But except for Carolina, they're 2-6, right?
Right.
All right. So yeah, I believe Tampa Bay's still gonna win that division. I believe it. I just believe it. I'm just honestly gonna they already beat the Atlanta Falcons. They already got a victory over the Atlanta Falcons. I still think Tampa Bay will straighten up and they're gonna win the division. But give credit to the Atlanta Falcons. They're out there playing hard, man. This team is out there playing really, really hard. Marcus Mariota, the run game, Drake London has been okay. You got Cordell Patterson who can do every little thing in the book that they got. Just give credit, man, to that organization. And
Patterson is hurt right now, but wait till he comes back. PJ Walker, 19 for 36, 317. He had a touchdown interception. Devonta Foreman, because there's no Chuba Hubbard, 26 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns for Foreman on the day. If y'all had him in fantasy, because I know I picked him up last minute in one of my leagues I was in, 3 touchdowns. DJ Moore, 6 receptions, 152 yards and a touchdown. They're going to build whatever in the offseason, the draft, they're going to build around DJ Moore. I think they're going to build around DJ Moore. They still got a good running. If they keep Chuba Hubbard and Devontae Freeman, that's a good 2-headed monster right there. Because Freeman and Hubbard is not bad at all. When Christian McCaffrey was down, Hubbard took over the load and he ran pretty well. All right, and then we got the beat down of the week was the Bears versus the Cowboys, 49-29. We all knew that Dallas was going to win this game. The Bears showed some life though earlier in the game. They was only down by 5, and I was like, let me find out they trying to win. But here's what got me: Justin Fields, when Parsons had the ball, this man jumps over Michael Parsons instead of just touching him. He could have saved the touchdown. Come on, Justin, what you doing? What are you do? What you doing? But the Bears got no excuses next year. They rebuilding this year since they traded Roquan Smith. We already said maybe 2 more games the Bears will win this year. Y'all will have finally your first round pick in the first round. If y'all don't trade that away, y'all never can pick in the first round. Y'all traded to get Justin Fields in the first round. Y'all moved up. Now y'all can get another one. Y'all gonna have the money. Y'all gonna have the picks. I don't want to hear no excuses from Chicago next year. It's no excuses. What you think, Donte?
I mean, Justin Fields, you could tell he could not control himself. He could not control himself. He didn't stop. He just really jumped right over him. And Michael Parsons just ended up getting into the end zone. The offensive lineman, the Bears didn't even know. They thought he was even touched. They thought he was touched. They didn't even know until he was close to the end zone. But the Chicago Bears kind of exposed the Dallas Cowboys a little bit because they did run the football solid with Khalil Herbert and Montgomery. So they ran the football pretty much the whole game. Justin Fields did not turn the ball over. But the Dallas pass rush starting to get to Justin Fields. So Dallas kind of got a little exposed on the offensive side of the ball a little bit. So again, they more talented than the Bears on the offensive side. You saw that yesterday. Tony Pollard had a world beater of a game, man. Him and Malik Davis was really good. CeeDee Lamb shows why he could be a number 1 wide receiver. And that having Dak Prescott back really helps. But then they were utilizing the tight ends right there over the middle. Dalton Schultz, Ferguson, And number 89, I don't know who that dude name is. But like I said again, Dallas did a great job on offense, but a lot of their defense kind of got exposed a little bit by Chicago throughout the running game. And the receivers were able to get open for Chicago. Velus Jones Jr. Was able to get open. Darnell Mooney, Cole Clement haven't had a touchdown since in a while. He got a touchdown yesterday. So a lot of that Dallas defense did get exposed by Chicago yesterday.
Yeah, the Tony Pollard 14 carries, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns. Prescott had one himself. Chicago just had a horrible day. Dallas just had a field day. What's going on, Cowboys fan? What's going on? Dallas just had a field day yesterday and they capitalized. Then we got to the Dolphins and the Lions. The Dolphins beat the Lions 31-27. Again, the Dolphins came back in this game because Detroit was up early 14-0. Tyreek Hill and Tua Tagovailoa just came back and Waddle. Again, we already stated earlier in the show that Detroit is still a dumpster fire and ain't nothing going to change. But Tua, since he's been back from his concussions, I mean, he's been balling like he never left. 29 of 36, almost 400 yards for Tua, 382, 3 touchdowns. Mostert was running pretty good, 64 yards, but the tandem of Tyreek Hill and Waddle both having over 100 yards. Tyreek Hill almost a 200-yard day, 12 receptions, 188 yards. He didn't get any touchdowns, but Jalen Waddle got 2 touchdowns, 8 catches, 106 yards. Gesicki gets a touchdown. Where do you see Miami's offense going? Like, where do you see Miami going? Could they possibly get to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they get to the wild card. I think they're a wild card team. They do own a victory over Miami though. I mean over Buffalo, but I think they're a wild card team. I think they're a wild card team at best. I think they can it depends on matchup. I think they can kind of beat whoever they play in the first round. It just depends on matchup. But I wouldn't say they're a scary team in a conference, but I think they're a playoff. I think they're a wild card type of playoff team. And I say Tua got weapons. He's capitalizing on them with Tyreek Hill and with Jalen Waddle and Mike Gesicki. He's capitalizing on them. So you gotta just give Tua credit. This was his make or break year. If he had a terrible year or the team does bad, I think they were going to move on from him. But he's showing if you give him some competent weapons, he can do some things. So give credit to Tua and Tyreek Hill coming in, helping him out and taking that top off that defense.
Then we got the Minnesota Vikings against the Arizona Cardinals. Minnesota improves to 6-1, 34-26. Kirk Cousins getting it done, 24-36, 233, 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook, 20 receptions, 20 carries, 111 yards and a touchdown. All the rushing attacks got touchdowns yesterday. Even Kirk Cousins and Masterson gets a touchdown as well. Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, they're still there. Is Adam Thielen regressing, you think, or is he's still the same way Adam Thielen?
I think he's still the same way. I don't think he's going to regress. Just more Kirk Cousins, not finding him when he's wide open. But like I say, they're winning. They're doing good. He has not come out and complained about it. And they're at the top of their division at 6-1. Just got to give them credit. This team goes as far as Kirk Cousins takes them.
Then we got Kyler Murray on the other end, 31-44, 326, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not really much of a running game yesterday, but again, DeAndre Hopkins, 12 receptions, 159 yards and a touchdown. And Rondale Moore, 7 receptions, 92 yards. And then Zach Ertz, 434. D-Hop, man, came back in here. He was suspended for 6 games, but you couldn't tell. You can't tell. He's still coming in here, still leaving like he left off. Almost 200 yards. But like you said, a wide receiver can make a quarterback look great.
Yep, man. If anybody know that, trust me, Coach Donte will know that. If anybody know, a lot of times the quarterback can make a team look good, make a receiving core look good, but this is a definition of him making Kyler Murray really better than looking good. Kyler Murray is a good quarterback, but DeAndre Hopkins, when you have someone like him that can make you one-handed catches and catch the ball anywhere that comes in his vicinity, hey, this dude is elite. receiver. This dude been in only 2 games, and he got over 100 yards. Come on now. This man been in 2 games and got to play 2 games. You don't know if the man was in football shape,
Right.
and still got over 100 yards, man. And making Kyler Murray look good. 13.3 yards average for DeAndre Hopkins. This man showing why he's an elite receiver, and he's a top 3. He's one of the best receivers in the game. He's one of the top.
He catches everything that's thrown to him. That one-hand catch was crazy.
He did. I'm telling you, that dude was the king of them one-handed catches.
That one-hand catch was crazy. I mean, you seen it firsthand. He was with Houston for all them years.
He did it against Adrian Howard, who's one of the best corners in the game. He did that against Adrian Howard.
Oh Lord, we gotta talk about this game. Yes, today.
Let me guess. The
Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Ern, you still in the chat, Ern? Yeah.
The Las Vegas Raiders take on the New Orleans Saints. The Saints get a dub, 24-0.
Damn, y'all couldn't score a point.
They was in the red zone and still couldn't score, even in garbage time. Derek Carr, 15 out of 26, 101 yards, and an interception, and was sacked 3 times. Do you know who the leading receiver was? It wasn't DeAndre. It wasn't Devontae Adams.
Well, I damn sure know it wasn't. When I
Mac Hollins, 7 for 64. Where was Josh Jacobs at? 10 carries for 43 yards. Did y'all not give him the ball at all to rush? The defense ain't show up. What is going on over down there in Vegas? What is going on? Who's to blame here?
Well, you know, a lot of Raider Nation, when I look, they're not happy. Everybody's on Derek Carr's head. But like I say, the defense, this offense, like I say, ain't give you no production. Derek Carr, no production. Matt Hollins, production. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with Josh Jacobs getting 43 yards. He just ain't get the ball enough. But again, see, it's different areas you got to, like I say, people always say why Josh Jacobs ain't getting the ball. You got to look at what's on the field, man, and how the defense is lined up. You got to look at it. You don't know if the box is stacked. You don't know if the box is stacked with 9 guys in the box. That's why you probably can't get them the ball. You don't know if the team is looking for the run. You don't know that. So I say, if you know football, if you're not seeing how the defense is lined up, you'll know why they're not giving him the ball. But other than that, this starts with your leader. Derek Carr supposed to be your leader, right? He's supposed to be a top 10 quarterback, right? I mean, you got your weapons. I know a lot of people say it's a team loss. Hey, this offense ain't score. This offense ain't score no points on the board. This defense is on the field too much. But you supposed to be a top 10 quarterback. You got Devontae Adams. You got your best friend. For him to only have a -1 yard.
And he had 3.
-3.
Catch for 3 yards.
You said for 3 yards or -3?
One catch for 3 yards.
And then you have a Hunter Renfrow. You don't have a Waller out, but you still have weapons. And you can't get the ball to these guys. Then when the pass rush coming at you, you ain't got a pocket presence to even try to get up out of the pocket. Derek Carr's been in the seasons for 9 years. A lot of people gotta stop making excuses for this guy. He only made one playoff appearance. Only one playoff appearance. So we gotta stop making excuses for this guy. I know Josh McDaniels is a part of the problem, is a question problem. But again, Derek Carr has to get this offense on the right thing. He's the captain. He's the leader. Everything's gonna start with Derek Carr, and he's got to get the thing going. He's got to get everything going. Right now, this offense ain't doing a good job right now, and Derek Carr got to get them in position. He got to get them in position. I mean, like I say again, he's the leader. He's the leader of the team. He's the engine to make the offense go. He got to get the blame. He got to take the blame.
Like Ernst said, they got dominated all on side of the ball.
Like they got dominated on side of the ball, but in reality, we all know who's the leader of the offense, who's the leader of the offense, and who's the engine to make the offense go. They're gonna come at Derek Carr. So hey,
Andy Dalton, 22 of 30, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kamara just ran over them with a field day. Kamara had 2 receiving and 1 catching. They couldn't stop Alvin Kamara. Now the Saints don't got no Michael Thomas, no Jarvis Landry. They got Chris Olave, Taysom Hill, Callaway, and they still couldn't. And the Raiders still couldn't win. At least Andy Dalton.
24 points. Let me tell you something. 24 points might seem like it's a lot. It's not really a lot. That's not really a lot of points. 24 points make it seem like it's a lot. That's not really a lot of points. It ain't no 31, no 32, no 35. Like I say again, the offense wasn't putting no points on the board. They wasn't scoring. That's why the defense, I'm not saying the defense did great. I'm not saying they did good. But 24 points, that's not a lot of points. That's not a lot of points on the board. It's not at all.
And we got the Patriots going up against the Jets. Now, the Jets was the hot team coming in here, but the New England Patriots cooled them off 22-17. Mac Jones gets it done, 24 of 35, 194 yards, touchdown, interception. Stevenson, 16 carries, 71 yards. Stevenson was your leading receiver as well, 7 catches, 72 yards. And then you got Jacoby Myers with the touchdown. How'd you like New England's performance yesterday?
New England performance, they're starting to come into their own. I mean, they lost the game to Chicago last weekend. This was a big win, especially going to New York and beating the Red Hot Jets. This was a big win for the New England Patriots. Matt Jones got sacked 6 times. Stevenson had 71 yards. And then he contributed also at the passing game as well. Like I say, this defense is very solid. This defense, along with McCarty, Jack Jones, the rookie, he's been very good. Jalen Mills, this defense starting to come on. Matthew Judon, all of these guys, and Bill Belichick. Like I say, I'm not counting these Patriots out. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way to adjust to the other team. So give credit to Bill Belichick.
Zach Wilson threw 40 times, 41 times, 20 of 41, 355, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Garrett Wilson, the rookie Garrett Wilson for Ohio State, six catches, 115 yards. And then he used his tight end because Copeland, he was nowhere to be found either until Zach Wilson threw to him 6 catches, 79 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But Zach Wilson, he just ain't look like Zach Wilson. Again, I don't know what it is about the Jets and quarterbacks. How would the Jets do the remainder of the season?
I think the Jets will be competitive, but I still don't think they're going to win the division. I still don't think they're winning the division. They just lost to New England. They can very much lose to them twice going around in Foxborough. I think they'll finish strong, but I still think they're going to win at least 7-8 games. So I still don't think that'll be enough to be a playoff.
So they got the Bills next, the Jets. I mean, they got the Bills, the Patriots, the Bears, the Vikings. They got the Bills again. They got the Lions, Jags, Seahawks, Dolphins.
Yep. Hey, but like Earn, I'm just saying your defense was on time of possession by the Saints was 34-25. That means your defense was on the field almost like 30 minutes. 34 minutes, 36 minutes. The offense, 25.9. But the Saints did control the game and keeping the Derek Carr offense off the field. But still, that offense got to get going, bro. The defense can't be on the field the whole ball game. Eventually, they're going to give up big plays. If the offense can't really do anything, they're going to give up big plays. They're going to bend and break. If your defense on the field that long, your defense been on the field 34 minutes. They control the clock 34 minutes. Your defense has been on the field 34 minutes. At some point, the offense got to break and keep this defense off the field.
What's going on, Kyle? You got your game.
And it's going to be hard. If you can't score, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to keep a team shut down. You're asking them to go out there and pitch a shutout, basically. If your offense ain't getting anything going, you're asking them to go out there and pitch a shutout. How long they can't do that the whole game? The Raiders defense aren't good enough to pitch a shutout the whole game.
Let me see. Not exclusively blaming the defense, but it's not okay. All right. Again, what's going on, Kyle? All right, we got your game, coach. We got the Tennessee Titans against the Houston Texans. Now, Malik Willis did get the start. Texans, the Titans pulled it out, even though I picked Houston in the upset. I thought maybe I was gonna pull it out.
I picked us in the upset too.
we had look, dang it. Malik Willis only threw 10 times. Had an interception. But when you got Derrick Henry on your team, so this was a whole game plan. Just feed Henry the whole game, right? 32 carries, 219 yards. So y'all just said, forget throwing. We're just gonna give Derrick Henry the ball.
That's like that when you play the Texans all the time. That ain't like that when you just play Derrick Henry. It's like that when any team play the Texans. I mean, we just literally a terrible run defense. We just don't got the players. We don't have the players to stop the run. We don't have the players at all. We don't have the players on the offensive side of the ball. Davis Mills has not been very good. You may have to consider getting your quarterback in the first round, to be honest. You may have to consider that now. And it starts, like I say, offense, another scenario, just like the Raiders yesterday. Our offense has been bad all year. Our offense has not been good, and it starts with the quarterback. He's got to get things up in speed. Brandon Cooks, I'm looking for him to be traded tomorrow. John Mechie come back next year, and we'll see where it goes from him. But like I say, for our defense to get gashed like that throughout a run game, we only still gave up 17 points. Most of that because of the secondary. The secondary has been able to hold their guy down. And like I say, again, we got the worst run defense in the game right now. We just don't got the players to stop the run. We just don't got the players. And we don't have the hogs to even stop the run. So again, like I say, good game by the Titans. Derrick Henry is a beast, man. That dude is a load. We just got to figure things out. But right now, we don't have the players to even stop. We don't have the players. We don't have the players at all. So, Lovie Smith, you can't scheme them up any better. You can put the certain player, you can put them in the right position. But at times, you got to know the Texans just don't have the players to stop anything at this point.
He had the Commanders going up against the Colts, and the Commanders come back to win this game 17-16. Taylor Heineke, man, is it me? Does the team play better with him than Carson Wentz?
The team just plays better with Heineke. That's it. They just plays better around Taylor Heineke. That's all it is. And right now they're hot. They're a hot team. They're 4-4, man. They're rolling. That defense has been better. This offense has been better with Taylor Heineke in the lineup. And you just got to give Taylor Heineke credit, man. He knows how to motivate a squad, man. He knows how to get a squad up and jumping. Terry McLaurin, he has been non-existent throughout the first half of the year. Look what Taylor Heineke coming in. Immediately finds him, gets him the ball. Gibson contributes on a pass game on seven catches for 58 yards. Man, I'm telling you, that quarterback position, hey, makes a lot of difference. It may just make a lot of difference. And Taylor Heineke is making a difference right now.
23 of 31, 279, touchdown and a pick. The running game wasn't there yesterday really like that. But again, McLaurin 6 catches, 113. Just seems like he came to life because he was non-existent in that first half of Carson Wentz. But the Colts, Sam Ehlinger, first time getting a start, 17-23, 201. He didn't have a touchdown or an interception. Jonathan Taylor, 76 yards. Yeah, Alec Pierce, 65 yards. Pittman. What did you see from Sam Ehlinger?
Sam Ehlinger, like I told everybody what they were going to see from Sam Ehlinger. You're going to get a guy that's a very good, accurate passer that can also run. And like I say, I campaigned it for this dude opportunity. He got it. He made the most of it. He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't throw a touchdown, but he didn't turn the ball over either. He didn't hurt the team, and he wasn't the reason why they lost yesterday. So at the end of the day, give credit to Sam Ehlinger. He came in, he played his heart out, man. He played very well. played very well. So just got to give him that credit. And just telling Heineke was the better guy, the better quarterback that day.
Definitely, I do agree. Do you think that the coach definitely is going to move on from Matt Ryan, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. You don't
Think
once you put him on the bench, you
Frank
don't. Yep.
Wright's going to?
Huh? That ain't no question. Yeah, ain't no question.
All right, we had the battle of the NFC West Division, the Rams and the Rams versus the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers get the season sweep over the Rams 31-14. Christian McCaffrey makes history. He throws a catch, he throws for a touchdown, catches for a touchdown, and rushes for a touchdown as they win 31-14. How has the addition of CMC been for this San Francisco offense?
It's been awesome because guess what? He got me 40 points yesterday. Even though Cool Kane beat the hell out of me. They beat the hell out of me with DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen Hurts. But he had a phenomenal day. And he's making some great strides, man. He's looked happy. He looks happy. He's involved in the offense. That was a hell of a catch he did on the sideline in the end zone. That was a hell of a catch he did over there. And this Rams offense, 31 points against this Rams defense. He looks very explosive, man. This man looks very explosive. 18 carries, 94 yards, a tub, and 8 catches, 55 yards, a tub. Man, the man looks good. Man.
And he threw for one. So I mean, that was a good catch too. But Brandon Ayuk, he came to life because he had to, because of no Deebo Samuels. If he's used right, like I said, Shanahan and this offense could be definitely dangerous. You got Ayuk, Deebo Samuels, Kittle when he's available, and now Christian McCaffrey. And then you just got Jimmy Garoppolo to properly game manage these players. Even though Jimmy Garoppolo is not this explosive type of quarterback, but he can get the job done.
He can get the job done though. Yep.
Over there on the Rams side, Matthew Stafford, 22 of 33, only 187 yards for Matthew Stafford and a touchdown. Running game was non-existent. Cooper Kupp, 8 catches, 79 yards and a touchdown. Then Allen Robinson, he finally threw to Allen Robinson. Nothing crazy about the Rams. What can I say about there? Then we had the Giants and the Seahawks. Now I ain't gonna lie, I did pick the Giants because they still had the hot hand. Roquan Smith, I know.
At ECG, I might be able to join the panel. I might be able to join the panel, ECG. I'm be able to join the Monday night panel.
Giants and the Seahawks. Seahawks go ahead and get it done. 27-13. Again, we don't give enough credit to Seattle. Shout out to Seattle and Pete Carroll up there in Seattle with Geno Smith. Geno, 23 of 34, 212, 2 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker, 51 yards. Lockett and DK gets a touchdown each. Daniel Jones only had 176 yards. Barkley, Slayton was catching, but we don't give enough credit to Seattle. So how many more games Seattle you think will win? Because right now they are leading. They are winning that division. I mean, they are leading that division right now, 5-3.
Seattle right now leading the division right now is telling me, man, they look, man, it's tough. It look like they can make a wild card spot, but then again, you got Dallas, and you guys gonna make it definitely. You got Dallas at 6-1, I believe. You got Dallas at 6-1,
6-2,
6-2. So it look like they're in the boat. They're gonna be there in a wild card spot. So that's one of them right there. I think you're gonna have Seattle, the NFC West, a part of it, because I think it's only one team in the NFC South that's gonna make it. And that's gonna be Tampa Bay. So you got Seattle. It looks like you're gonna have 2 teams. You can have 2 teams in the West, San Francisco or Seattle. The way the Rams playing, they may be done. They may not be so hot. So again, hey, Geno Smith, give him credit. He had a great preseason. He outdoed Drew Lock, who many people thought that should have been a starting quarterback. But just because of consistency of how Geno Smith has been, he got the start, and he has not looked back not one bit. Kenneth Walker been very good, who I covered in the NFL draft this coming off season with ECG kind of later on coming up. But, me and Eric kind of covered him, scouted him, thought he was going to be solid. He's been very good for the Seattle Seahawks. Tyler Lockett has been so consistent over his years And it also helps when you have a guy like Marquise Goodwin, who's a Texas native, and a DK Metcalf that can help you out. So, and Geno Smith is getting the ball to these wide receivers. He's doing a heck of a job. And give credit to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's an excellent head coach. I don't give a damn what nobody say. This dude is an excellent head coach, man. And this dude has brought him up, man. And they got this defense looking good. Tyree Woodley is looking good, looking like the defensive player of the year so far. Not saying he's going to win it, but he's a candidate. His defense looks solid.
All right, let me move to the Sunday night game. We had the Buffalo Bills up against the Green Bay Packers. The Bills get it done 27-17. Josh Allen, what can we say about Josh Allen? Josh Allen does Josh Allen. He was 13 for 25, 218, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. Singletary, he was running pretty good. James Cook had some good looks, but Stephon Diggs, 6 catches, 108 yards and a touchdown. Especially that one catch he threw the bomb for that touchdown. You had Aaron Rodgers, 19 of 30, 203, 2 touchdowns and interceptions, but Aaron Jones, 20 carries, 143 yards, and it still wasn't enough to beat Buffalo. Even though it was a close 10-point game, and we did say for Green Bay to win these games, they got to give Aaron Jones the ball more. Well, he had over 143 yards, and he still couldn't get it done. Romeo Doubs did get a touchdown. What happened there with Green Bay?
Green Bay just couldn't get the passing game going. All they had was the running game last night. That was it. They just couldn't get nothing going in the passing game. They found something late. Romeo Doubs made 2 spectacular catches. The touchdown catch was a hell of a catch with the DB draped all over him. And then late in the game, he made a hell of a catch. He catches the ball very well in traffic. But other than that, only thing Green Bay had was the running game. They didn't have nothing else last night. Aaron Rodgers threw an interception. But other than that, they didn't have a passing game till late in the second half. That's all they had. And they just had the running game with A.J. Dillon and with Aaron Jones. So, I mean, the Packers, they have a running game. They didn't have a passing game. When they have a passing game, they don't have a running game. And that's been like that all year.
Yeah, most definitely, because Green Bay the Bills was definitely getting to Aaron Rodgers early. A couple times he was straightening up his helmet as he was getting off the ground and everything else. So the Bills definitely was getting to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers definitely couldn't get it done. 4 straight losing games for Green Bay. Green Bay on his way out the playoffs. Do you think this will be the first time Aaron Rodgers won't make the playoffs at all?
It's getting that way. It's looking that way. It's looking that way. This will be the first time they won't make the playoffs. But I'd say never big fan of counting the man out like an Aaron Rodgers. But other than that, it doesn't look good. I'm not just gonna say it doesn't look good, man. It doesn't look good. The more you lose, the more your schedule get tougher. The tougher your schedule gets. The more you win, the easier your schedule gets.
All right, then we got the Bengals and the Browns. This game, who you like on this game?
To be honest, man, I like the Bengals in this game. I still like the Bengals. I still think they got enough competent weapons with Joe Burrow and with Tyler Boyd, with T. Higgins. Joe Mixon, I think you got to use him a lot in the run game as well. So I got the Bengals winning this game. I think they got the defense to slow down Nick Chubb as well. You still got Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback. You got Amari Cooper, but like I said, I just think the Bengals are a better overall squad.
Is it a must-win game for them?
For the Bengals? No, it's not a must-win game for them.
All right, because right now they 4 and 5. They lose this, they go to 4 and 6.
You talking about the Bengals? You talking about the Browns?
Talking about the Bengals.
They're 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. I thought they had a winning record.
4 and 3. Sorry, my bad.
No, I don't think this is a must-win for them right now. I don't think it's a must-win for them right now.
All right, so let's go break down the picks for week 9 real quick, because you do this on Tuesdays, but we're not here, so we're just gonna run them down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we got the Houston Texans Thursday night going up against the Eagles. Are we all taking the Eagles here?
Yep, but I think the game may be closer than what people really think, because the Texans do find a way to compete. It's just our offense it's not good at all. And like I say, I know it seemed like I'm bad. I'm bashing Derek Carr's the quarterback, but you got to hold him accountable, and I'm going to hold my quarterback accountable. The quarterback starts the offense. It starts the engine. That's just how it is. I know a lot of people don't like it, and I know it's a team game. But be honest, the leader of your offense is your quarterback, and my quarterback is not playing well. It starts with him, and we don't have a great offense as a whole. But the quarterback got to make guys better. The quarterback got to get the ball to the wide receivers. He got to be able to make the adjustments, and my quarterback just ain't got the job done. So we're not going to score too much, but I believe the defense is going to do all they can. So, but yeah, the Eagles no doubt going to win this game.
We got the Chargers up against the Falcons. Now we've seen how good the Falcons have been playing, and we've seen the Chargers injury prone. They haven't been playing too well. Who you got?
So you said the Falcons and Chargers?
Mm-hmm.
Where this game is played at?
Elena.
I'm going for the Falcons. Taking the Falcons in the upset. I just don't like the way the Chargers are playing. I just don't like the way they're playing football.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Falcons as well too. Dolphins and the Bears. Dolphins. We got the Bengals and the Panthers.
Huh?
Bengals and Panthers.
Bengals. No. What the hell, Bengals?
Green Bay and the Lions is all of Green.
No, I'm taking Green Bay. I think they're a more competent team than Green Bay than Detroit.
We got the Colts in the Colts in New England.
You know what? I'm going for New England. I'm taking New England to win this game.
Bills and Jets.
Bills.
Commanders, Vikings.
I'm taking the upset. Commanders.
Oh, what's funny? I was gonna go for Washington too, but so according to Adam Schefter, the Ravens traded Wilcron Smith, and they are not done yet. So
they get a receiver. They finna get a receiver.
So we'll see what's about to happen.
I'm about to call it right here. They're gonna get a receiver, and that receiver will be Brandon Cooks tomorrow.
Ooh.
That receiver will be Brandon Cooks. I'm gonna call it right now.
We have to run the receipts back.
We're gonna have to run the receipts back. I'm calling it right here. I know I said Brandon Cooks will go to will probably go to Green Bay, but I think Brandon Cooks. I'm gonna say Brandon Cooks played his last football game in Houston on Sunday, and I believe he will be shift to Baltimore. I'm saying that right now.
And we got the Raiders up against the Jags. Now, if the Raiders don't beat the Jags,
oh my God.
I'm afraid I don't want to pick nobody.
I'm skip. I'll pick it during the year. I'll pick it when the thing comes. I just don't. I
wait till the week comes.
Jags not playing well, but the Raiders also don't give you opportunity. Don't give you opportunity to pick them. Don't give you no real reason to really pick them.
We got the Seahawks and the Cardinals in the NFC West.
I'm taking the Seahawks.
We got the Rams and Tampa.
It's a tough matchup. Both of these teams are not playing good. Who do you trust more?
3 and 4, the 3 and 4 Rams or the 3 and 5 Tampa?
Give me the Rams.
And then we got the Chiefs and Titans Sunday night.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Ravens, Saints, Monday night.
Ravens.
What's going on, Aaron? What's going on?
What's going on, Aaron Judge?
All right, so it's time for.
Man, we got to get a sound bite for this one. We do got to get a sound.
I got it. I didn't put it on there. All right, man. So we going into the reactions and overreactions of the week. And we're here for it. So week 8. Here we go. Tony Pollard should be the Cowboys' leading running back for the remainder of the season.
He should be. He the hottest running back, but just because of Zeke money, and they still value Zeke in this league as a top 10 running back. I say yes. I say yes. He should be the leading running back, but Zeke is gonna get in there.
I'm probably gonna say overreaction. Again, Zeke is the better. Well, I still think Pollard's the better back, but we all know Zeke is better. They both running backs are good. They each got different skill set. Zeke is more of the power runner. Pollard is more the elusive, speedy back, catch out the backfield and everything else. But it's gonna be Zeke, in spite of everything.
Yep.
Are the Buccaneers still the best team in the North NFC South?
Reaction. Yes. I still think so.
Who said, don't bring up the Cowboys running backs again. Um, if Tampa Bay survives and you still got Brady, I think they can. But I'm still saying that neither Tom Brady, neither Aaron Rodgers get in the playoffs. That's
Yeah,
my bold prediction.
that's it does. You can't count it out. You can't count it out, but you also got to be realistic about it, yo. It won't shock. It won't shock if they don't make it this year.
Zach Wilson is not the answer in New York.
That's a reaction. That's a react. It's not an overreaction. That's a reaction. I don't believe he's the answer in New York. I just don't believe so.
Thunder, Thunder suck, Rams suck. And there was another one. Okay, NFC West will have 2 playoff teams, but the Rams won't be one of them.
Yep. I believe it'll be San Francisco, and I believe it'll be San Francisco, and it'll be Seattle as of right now.
And will trading deadlines tomorrow. So will the Packers make a run at a receiver before the deadline tomorrow?
Facts. True.
All right, and there is your overreaction reaction. Talk about a little bit of the NBA real quick. The Lakers finally get a win. No more winless teams in the NBA. The Lakers do beat the Denver Nuggets last night. You think about the Lakers getting their first win?
Oh, it was good. It was great to get that monkey off Darvin Ham back. You see, they celebrated with him, threw water on him. They celebrate with him. So hey, again, man, it's good to get that monkey off your back, to get that win off your shoulder, get that win, get the stress off your shoulders. It was against a team who beat them last week, who me and Freddie caught the game against. So yeah, very good win, solid win against a very good team. They did their thing last night. You got to give them the credit.
And Russell Westbrook comes off the bench and didn't look bad at all. Westbrook contributed with 18 points. You had Anthony Davis 23 points and LeBron James with 26 points. And Lonnie Walker has been playing great over the games, 18 points. Now, is it because Westbrook is coming off the bench and is better off the bench with the second unit, or that why you think they won?
Like I say, man, it's a multitude of things. Russell Westbrook is not the only problem. Even if he was in the starting lineup, he's not. He's not the main problem. He's not the main issue. It's a lot of things still going on with this team. You got to forget him. But think about it. They still going to have a tough schedule. They still got a tough schedule either way it goes. So they're not going to. I really don't think they're going to go up on a damn street just because they got one win. That don't mean the fan base can start jumping up and down and feel like and start feeling themselves and smelling their own behind just because they got one win over a very solid team. You still got more work to do. So I'm gonna just put it in that respect. But it goes more than Russell Westbrook. If he comes off the bench or starts or not, it goes way more than that guy, man. They still got a lot of problems on this team.
I think if they had Bones Highland, I think the game would have been different because Bones didn't play at all last night. And that's, you're missing good 15 points from Highland that he can, help out that team. So they didn't have Bones Highland last night. I think it would have been a different story if Bones actually in the lineup. But what do you think about the Clippers losing 4 in a row?
Whew. Well, they may get out that street tonight because they go against my Rockets, so they may get out that tonight. But like I say, man, I'm not panicking. I think they're still going to be a solid team. I think they're still going to be a solid team. Not panicking at all on the Clippers. Just got to give them credit. Just got to get their feet wet a little bit. Just got to get used to Kawhi Leonard being back. So we'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen. But I'm not concerned about the Clippers. I think they're going to be fine. They'll be fine.
But Kawhi hasn't been playing lately, though. He didn't play since the very beginning, and he hasn't played since.
And he won't be playing tonight. So I know that. But again, I think the Clippers still going to be fine. Tyronn Lue is an excellent head coach. He's an excellent head coach. So I think they're still going to be fine.
Is the Nets going to be worse than the Knicks?
Oh, man. I just need to feel Kevin Durant. I know Kyrie is still the same Kyrie Irving. but it's hard to count out of Kevin Durant and those guys, man. And like I say, I got the Knicks as a play-in tournament team. I'm still not sold on the New York Knicks. I'm not sold on what they're doing at this point. But right now, 1-5 for Brooklyn, and Kevin Durant has dropped 4 out of his 5 games. He has been bringing his game. He has been playing. He has been balling. So again, but the defense got to get. The defense is not good, man. The defense is not good, bro. The defense is not good at all. And could be did. I think I already made this statement. I don't know if it was that when I made the statement, but Steve Kerr will be fired in the middle of the season if this keep going. He's gonna be fired. Yeah, I mean not Steve Kerr, but Steve Nash.
I was about to say, what did the Warriors do?
Steve Nash will be fired during the middle of the season. He will be fired during the middle of the season. This keep going. Or if they have a terrible record, he's gonna be fired during the middle of the season.
No Ben Simmons. He's not playing because of soreness somewhere. But watch how the Nets play without Ben. Watch how they play without him. They're not going to be playing 4-on-5 basketball.
Yep.
Giannis already hit him with the he too small.
Oh, Ben, guess what? Ben Simmons is out with sore knees.
His back now is his knee. I can't. I cannot with Ben. I can't. Is it too early to say Luka Doncic for MVP?
Yep. It is.
Luka's been balling though.
He's been balling, but yeah, it's only 6 games in the season. He's been balling. He's been balling.
What do you think about the Trailblazers? Because last year they stunk.
They were my surprise team starting out the season. I didn't think they were going to be this good, but right now I still think they're gonna. I still think they're gonna be a borderline playing tournament team. Nothing special.
See, I was about to say, do you think they'll stay hot?
No. I think they'll cool off.
And what about the Bucks? They're doing all this without Middleton, Connaughton, and Joe Ingles, and they 5-0 right now. Are they the team to beat in the East?
Right, as of right now, I think it's between them and Boston. As of right now.
All right, and we knew the Sixers were struggling a little bit. They started off winning 1 game, but then they starting to turn it around. Do you think the Sixers found the momentum to get it together?
Yep. Just stop playing one-on-one basketball with James Harden and let Tyrese Maxey play the point guard position. I think that will be fine because you need Tyrese Maxey. Gonna need Tyrese Maxey to beat Tyrese Maxey of last year.
I definitely agree. I always said that Maxey should bring up the ball and not leave it in James Harden's hand. That irks my soul. I don't know if Embiid's going to be playing because he said he wasn't at shoot around, so I don't know what's going on with Joel. But the Sixers did lose 2 draft picks because of that tampering for old behind PJ Tucker.
Man, y'all had to tamper to get PJ. Come on, GM. You had to tamper to get PJ Tucker to get a Philadelphia. We didn't have to tamper to do that to get them. They were gonna come. You didn't have to tamper.
The 2023 and 2024 second round pick gone.
So y'all ain't gonna have no down draft picks then, huh?
So that leaves Philadelphia with 2 tradable second round picks in the next 7 years.
Damn.
2023 the more favorable of Atlanta, Chicago, and Brooklyn, and our own 2029 in 2029.
That's crazy.
Freaking all for old behind PJ Tucker and Daniel House.
Someone that's
giving you wanted him that bad. You wanted PJ Tucker that bad,
and Daniel House that bad for not to give you nothing, and you want them that bad.
Now
PJ Tucker's gonna get his normal. He's gonna score 8 points. He's gonna get that. But Daniel House, you want him really that bad for him to go out there and really give you nothing?
We could have paid DiVincenzo that money. And I wanted DiVincenzo here.
He's doing good with the Warriors right now. He's doing good with the Warriors.
He sure enough is freaking man coming off the bench. We could have paid 2 years, $8 million to DiVincenzo. Come on, Daryl, you gonna tamper to get those freaking your old behind Rockets players back. All right, Donte, did you have any upsets this week? Did your upsets come true in college?
For college, one of them did. UCF did. UCF did. One of them came true this week. So it was UCF. So let me go ahead. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and write my stuff on a swivel. on a piece of paper right quick so I won't forget. I keep forgetting to post my upsets on Twitter. But like I said, again, only one of them happened. That was UCF versus Cincinnati, I believe. So only one of them happened this weekend. The Kentucky game, that game wasn't even got that. I regret doing that. I regret saying that because that game wasn't even close. Game wasn't that even close at the beginning. So let me go ahead and get my little paper out and just go ahead and write mine down.
All right. So
Right quick.
so we got some news out of college. Auburn's coach got canned. Auburn's coach, he did get fired today. So they said candidates to watch out for Auburn: Lane Kiffin and Deion Sanders.
Ooh, okay. Deion Sanders? Is he gonna really take the Auburn job?
I don't know if he leaves Jackson State just yet. I don't know. They doing big things over there at Jackson State, and they had Game Day Live over there. That was the first time in history, Game Day Live been at a HBCU school, and they definitely showed it out there. I don't know, but it might lean more to Lane Kiffin than Deion Sanders, I think.
So number one, I'm gonna go with Kansas over Oklahoma State for the first upset of the week. I'm gonna take Kansas over Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State has lost 2 in a row, including in the embarrassing 38-0 loss Saturday. That's real tough. And also I'm gonna take I want to take my Longhorns so bad over Kansas State, but I'm gonna get away from that game right there. So what I'm going to take LSU over Alabama. I'm gonna go with LSU. Let me see what else I can find. Nah, not Arizona State, not them. Matter of fact, I will take my Texas Longhorns over Kansas State. Even though Kansas State posted a loss to TCU. TCU supposed to beat Kansas State. They supposed to beat them. And that's probably going to be all my upsets of the week right there. There ain't too many of them I can go over. So I got 3 upsets. I got Kansas, I got LSU, and I got Texas as my upset. I may find a 4th one though, but I don't know which one going to be 4th. So yeah, those are my 3 I'm going to go with this week.
We got the battle of the unbeatens. Tennessee against Georgia. Who remains undefeated?
I think Georgia remains undefeated. I'm going with Georgia.
That should have been a late time game. That's
for real. You ain't lying.
That game gonna be in the afternoon. Everybody gonna be glued to their TV.
I'm gonna be at football on Saturday.
I'm trying to do what is Saturday? Dang it, I'm not gonna be home. But you know what? I got my phone. I sure enough will be watching it somewhere. I'm not gonna be home. I'm gonna be somewhere. I'm always on the go. I can never stay home. And
I don't stay home either. I'll be gone too. I don't stay home.
It's funny. Jalen's in the playoff game, and his team is ranked 16th. They got to go up against the number 1 team who's 10-0. I don't want to take that drive for them to get beat down. Like I'm gonna be mad.
Don't do that. You can't say that. You can't say they don't get beat down. Like
no, they are. Their defense is trash.
Jalen defense is trash.
Their secondary stinks. Oh, it's horrible.
They secondary that bad.
Look, the secondary, the one safety will sit there and just let the guy score. Like you're not going to attempt to tackle him. You're not going to attempt to bat the ball down. Like they was up 16-6. They end up losing 44-16.
They were up 16-6 and got beat like that.
So yeah, we gonna get beat down Friday. It's a Friday night game. I gotta drive a half hour.
Man, that secondary that bad.
Their secondary stinks. It's trash. It's definitely trash.
Oh my goodness, bro.
But yeah, and speaking of Jalen, I gotta go get him. But what we got coming up, man? Tell the peoples about what's gonna happen on Wednesday, man.
What's gonna happen on? Oh yeah. So what's gonna happen on Wednesday, guys? I don't know if y'all guys love boxing or anything, but we got a red hot. We got a show coming up at 8:30 my time because y'all know I got practice during the early times at 7 something at 6. So me, my boy Keith, Tay Rock, Mo Green. We got the boxing podcast called 10 count.
10 round, 10 count, something like
10
that.
round, 10 round, 10 round, 10 count, something like that. Wednesday night, every Wednesday night at 8:30, we go over the state of boxing, the big fights that's coming up. We're gonna preview the Lomo fight and what fights that you can kind of see next. And like I say, we got some huge boxing content coming on. So me, my guy Keith, and my guy Tay Rock, we're gonna bring y'all some boxing content. So if y'all love boxing, y'all want us to predict the biggest fights that's gonna come out. And like I say, we got that all for you on Wednesday. So y'all don't want to miss it. And of course, you got me and Key tomorrow, Eagles and Texan preview. So
I thought it was Wednesday.
It's early Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's early Wednesday.
Early Wednesday. Also on that date, the same date, me and Key gonna preview the Texans game, Texans and Eagles game on the Thursday night. So again, short week.
And then Thursday night we doing the game. So
yeah, Thursday night we doing the game. After I get out of practice, I will be joining Key in the second half of that game. So yeah, got some big things coming for you guys on the Sports Empire Network.
As always, we are always moving and grooving. We got the Sports Empire Network over there, holding it down there. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel there. Again, if y'all want some merch, my link is in the description. For merchandise, it gets 15% off right now. Make sure y'all subscribe to Coach Donte's channel. My channel's in the description as well as the Sports Empire Network. Donte, anything you got to say? Any bold predictions that's going to happen this week? Well, you already gave one. You said Brandon Cooks is going to Baltimore. Any more?
Any more bold predictions? Yeah. For me, I'm gonna go with a bold prediction. I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow 400 yards in this game today. Bold prediction in 3 tubs.
Okay.
Bold prediction. Not an actual real prediction, but bold prediction.
All right. There you have it, guys. Another 7,200 seconds is in the books. Things will be a little bit longer next week. It's just timing is off and yeah. But yeah, same time, same channel. Nope, different time, same channel. Mondays at 5:00 right here on the channel. So make sure y'all come on back. And yeah, we see y'all definitely in another video. We always around, so you can find us somewhere. Donte's always on somebody's channel. I'm on somebody's channel. Reach out to us, Twitter, IG. It don't matter. We always around. But we gonna get on out of here, y'all. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. And yeah, let's have some fun watching some football later on. And we are out of here.
We up out of here, guys. Peace.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality.